Here we go. Alright, let me... Yeah, right on time. Stream info... Doom... That... Alright. Check Discord. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Just wanted to... Yeah, I'll check everything as usual. Alright. Looks like everything's good to go, so... I'm gonna go ahead and get started as soon as I put my phone on the charger. Actually, let me check one more little thing real quick. It's usually not known to be a, it's not really known to be an issue, but I kind of want to just check just for old time's sake. Okay. Just wanted to check in like how it sounds and everything. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So as always, everyone, hey yo, my fellow Rumble Maniacs. It's Mr. Rumble Roses here, and welcome back to yet another installment of Let's Plays Live, where I stream random things at random times for various different reasons. And tonight, I decided to play me some classic Doom. Ugh. So, the mod that we'll be playing around with is a mod called Dub's Rules. Best way I can kind of say it is, it's kind of like playing Doom, but it's more like a power fantasy type role because um, enemies are weaker than normal. You get a lot of ammo, health, and armor, and everything. And yeah, I guess you could say it's one of those little moments where it's like you can just go through things and just just have fun doing it. You can have fun doing it. And that's it's one of those little mods I'd say kind of like I don't know, like it feels fun to play. Especially like if you wanted to just to straight up just kill some shit. Not have to. you know, um, I have to worry about like certain things, whatever. And I figured I had to play more of it. Last time I did this, I did episode 1, aka Knee Deep in the Dead. Um, in this instance, I think we'll be doing episode 2, which is The Shores of Hell. So, yeah. And the reason why I kind of figured I'd, do a little stream is because, for one, it's become one of those situations where, at least terms like this weekend, where things been kind of like it feels like things been kind of like going all over the place. Sorry. But yeah, it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, it feels like things have been all over the place, especially with the, yeah, with a crazy, winter storm and, all that stuff, and, a lot of people getting snowed in and whatnot. I technically have gotten snow, I technically have gotten snow in my area. Don't really know how much, so just, kind of figure out, dip that one in the butt, because I'm pretty sure, people would be asking, like, well, how much snow did you get, Rumble? And it's like, all I know was that it was enough to cover the roads and make it to where I could be able to tell what part was road and what part was, driveway. So, that much. Um, but yeah, like, there's been the whole situation of that. There's been like some slight power outages here and there. Thankfully, it wasn't like this one time that I had a long while back where it was like power was off for like hours on end, or what felt like days or something like that. And especially with it being cold, like cold weather and shit. Um, but yeah, it's like it's been kind of annoying per se, where it's like I'll power, like I'll be doing something randomly, power goes out, doesn't stay off for too long, try to get everything working again, or try to get everything back up and running again, and then next thing I know, the next thing I know, it's like when I think everything's got everything back up as much as I can, boom, power goes out again, rinse and repeat, and it's just like, and I guess also another way too, it's like it's kind of like threw off my sleep schedule, even though I don't honestly have one. Like I just stay up as long as I want, sleep as much as I you know feel like I've been rested enough, whatever. So yeah, that kind of is gonna be like another little way to kill time, I guess. So yeah, that's how things been, for this weekend, I guess. In case anyone wanted to know. Yeah, we're gonna do episode 2. We'll do on UV. Actually, even though like, I don't think it makes much of a difference, but oh, I thought it shows episode. I'm getting ahead of myself, chat. All right, give me just one sec. Okay, I just kind of wanted to, just do some adjustments and all that. But yeah, so the way that I've been kind of doing this per se is I'll play through I'll pretty much play through like some, if not all of the episodes in Doom 1, um, on Ultra Violence, and if there's the ability to have like extra multiplayer items, I kind of do that as well, because fucking why not? And I just go from there. So yeah. And for this one thing in particular, I wanted to get rid of the full view HUD. Yeah. Let's go. Wow. I done GBO5 the zombie man with a pistol. Alright, hit this. Bring this up. And we're gonna hit this. It'll reveal the walls. I think. Yeah, that reveals the little air spot right there. I go to the teleport here. Got some plasma gun right here. Gonna get me up to the 91% health. Owie. More of that, that. All the bonuses here. But yeah, I'd say like if there's one thing that I kind of wish I could be able to do in terms of this mod, like I would love to be able to get, like I would generally love to be able to get this mod and play it on PC. Like I'd love to be able to play around with that, especially like having, especially like like having like the random little combinations of mods and stuff like that, and having enemies be a bit more weaker and everything. That. And there we go. Containment areas next. And as I usually do, because I talked about this before here, I talk about this here and there, but usually sometimes if I'm wanting to save, like when I'm on the first level or something, if there is the ability to do a quick save, I will do that. I will save like around that. But anything after like the second level, anything after like the first level, whether it be like no matter if it's like from an episode or a campaign type thing, I always try to do what I like to refer to it what's known as a hard save, where it's like I start at the end, I save at the starting area where you are in the game, right? And I go from there, and then like after that, I will usually do a thing where it's like if I want to save, in between, like I use a quick save, especially like if I was to, let's say, get a key. Like I got a key, then I will quick save, make like my little personal checkpoint, and go from there. The only advice I would say for right now, in terms of like, in terms of like, saving and everything, is if you want to do a hard save, make sure that nothing is going to aggro to you, like, right away, or unless, like, if it's something that's going to take a sweet little time, unless, like, maybe, like, it takes, like, a sweet little time, to do something, but other than that, it's like, if you have things that are, like, aggroed onto you, what I usually try and do is, like, I usually try and just, like, take care of any obstacles in my way, and then hard save it there, so that way I don't have to worry about it next time if I have to reload the thing. Now, as far as I know, I don't think that there was a Doom 2 version of this that was made. But to sneeze, give me a sec. Okay, I guess the powder's dissipated. But yeah, as far as I know, there is no Doom 2 version of this. There's only like the Doom 1. But I want to assume that if you were to, um, I want to assume like if you were able to pluck it from the folder stuff from the PC side, then you could possibly be able to play this on Doom 2. So, yeah, quick save like that. But yeah, like, I figured I'd just, do a little stream, kind of like, just have some fun, maybe, kill time and all that. So far, everything, so far right now, though, like, everything is still planned for tomorrow stream. Cause I'm probably gonna be trying to do some DBD, aka Dead by Daylight. I'm trying to at most, um, I'm gonna be trying to at most probably do like a little bit of a little bit of Chaos Shuffle since it'll be going away. I think like on Tuesday or something at most. I don't want to get that. I know it could be like, I know it's probably like a little shortcut, but I don't want to get, I don't want to get the big med kit. Watch the ceiling. Ew. Like you bitch. Tatenga. Motherfucker. I don't know why, but like, I find it kind of funny, but slightly weird that counts as a secret area. Even though like it's got a yellow key door. But what can you do? Ow. I hit side of my foot on the leg of the chair. So I'm sitting on. Okay. Launcher. And as you can probably tell, you know, it's like when it comes to the armor and health, there is no percentage, it's just a number. So it's just like, you know, just, you know, be like one of those times where it's like, you know, just having a brief HUD type moment. Okay. Owie. I got zap, I got zapped. when you thought you go, that's when you would hope you can go through that more smoothly. I just need a red key for that. Whip! I got that. There we go. Owie. Owie, zowie. Ahoy. Let's see. Refinery. I have no idea if I caused the jibbing or if it was that imp fireball. Like, I forgot. I was like, what's funny? I forgot to fucking do a hard save. Well, now time like the present. Alright. Oh yeah. This up. Smart little bastards. If I'd known that was going to be the case, I would have actually gone through that, but I was too busy getting the damn. Alright, got everything we can. Another save. But hopefully everyone's been, having a good weekend though. And hopefully those, who have been affected, and hopefully those who have been, affected by the, the snowstorm and all that, hopefully you guys are, keeping nice and warm, nice and warm and all that. For me, I'd say I'm doing these, I'm doing okay, like I got like some heater, a heater thing going. It's putting in work. I was trying to think, like, I was trying to remember, like, what boss, what in-game boss is going to be, for this episode. But it just struck it to me, like, I was like, oh yeah, this is episode 2, so we'll start Babel. Cause kind of like, remember, cause even though, like, my brain is kind of like, in a sense, but it's like, I was remembering, I was like, oh yeah, like, episode 1's, episode 1's end boss was, Baron Hells with the Bruiser Brothers. Episode 2 has Cyber Demon. Episode 3 has Spider Mastermind. lab. Nice. If I don't accidentally hit the button. Checking all around. Damn. I was hoping to see if I can get the khaki demons to come in into this little area. Flying red tomato. You're making chunky as hell out of your ass. New key door. That. I'll go over. Key card. I think I got caught under it. Just in the nick of time. Well, maybe not. I'll go around. Area. That's where it came from. say? Pre-aggression. Where's the Baron? Monsieur Baron. This needs to try to sneak up on me, chat. Okay, so we got the yellow key now. Then we go for the yellow key too. I may have alerted some enemies. Go through this little area. This is gonna get blocked off. Fine, so we go through here. And bada bing bada boom. Like bada bing bada boom, where up this beach. Over here. I don't know if this is really required, but it's just kind of like one of the little habit things I used to do. That. And turn around this. And there we go. Command Center. Center of Command. Now usually when I do stuff like this, when it comes to like, you know, like revisiting Doom 1, usually I don't really bother playing around with like the fourth episode. Unless if I get some mod, unless like the mod that I'm playing has like some really good stuff. You know, maybe like, you know, like some really, you know, like the weaponry is pretty good. That, you know, I wouldn't mind using it against, stuff in episode 4. Or, you know, like in this case, maybe, you know, like enemies and stuff, or, you know, and like enemies and stuff are much weaker. You can be able to get more, you know, more bang for your buck. Gotta love when you have those moments. It's 162 shells, 324 bullets, 29 rockets, 514 cells. I don't remember. Yeah, that. I both say it's like I'm pretty sure this was in this area. And secret exit. The fortress of mystery. Which I will say is definitely. It's definitely good. It's definitely a shite level. I'm actually gonna just quick save for this one. Chainsaw. Computer area map. Backpack. Chain gun. And now we're up to 549 health. Alright. Hit that. Get blue skull key, blue skull key door, red skull key, skull key door, yellow skull key, yellow skull key door. Bada bang, bada boom. Halls of the Damned. Yeah, I would say, like, honestly, you know, there's not really much to that secret level, but in this case, it'd be like, oh, you know, I can well get more, you know, I can get like a little bit more ammo, especially I get a little bit, especially, you know, get more health. Now that, you know, it goes, you know, not the end of the limit, it goes past 200. Alright. Get this. Alright. 511, 170, 540. And because we went that way, I'll just switch those another thing. And yeah, with a mod like this, you know, where you can be able to have, you know, a shit ton of ammo and things, it's like, yeah, this would be like that one time where it's like, you know, you want to try and, you know, explore every little nook and cranny, you can get everything that you can, especially ammo-wise. So we can just unload. Okay, I want to say that I believe I've gotten everything. Well, what you know about that? Yeah, you go that way for now. Alright, let's go. Yeah, because normally I leave them in that little predicament, but yeah, I wanted to really get all the ammo that I could. Alright, spawning vats. What a good way. Ungodly berserk. Gotta love it. Okay. That's... Like I said, probably what I'm gonna do is when I get to the Tower of Babel level, I'm probably just gonna just use the plasma gun on the Cyber Demon. I honestly cannot remember if I have ever found the red key. Or at least, you know, been to that little spot. Alright. Alright, red key. Let's see. Uh, Getting here. Hold on. Let me do some stuff real. Let me do some stuff real quick. Let me cook, as they say. Supposedly. They supposedly say. Yeah, there's this area. Yeah, I think I have one blurred now at this point. Yeah, fuck it. Alright, Tire Babel. done it. The hideous cyber demon lord that ruled the Lost Demos moon base has been slain, and you are triumphant. But where are you? You climb to the edge of the moon and look down to see the awful truth. Demos floats above hell itself. You've never heard of anyone escaping from hell. She'll make the bastards sorry they ever heard of you. Quickly, you rappel down to the surface of hell. Now it's on to the final chapter of Doom Inferno. And there we go. That was episode 2 of Doom with the, was it Dan's Dub's Rules, or whatever. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed that and everything. I certainly had some fun with it. I don't know exactly when I'll do more of this, more, Doom 1 with this mod, but, it's always, it's always one of those situations where, what the entertainer would say, stay tuned, because you never know what's going to happen next. I will say that what is going to happen next is I'm going to end, and I'm going to read. Because I like being able to read people after my streams, regardless if if it's during my normal time frame of streaming, or if it's, or if it's like a random little time I started streaming, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna stream and, see what happens. So. Oh, wow, man, I feel like I got like an itch on my leg. Hello, Liam Gaming. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well today and everything. Yes, I figured that's what you were saying, but yeah, hello there to you. Hope you're doing well. Unfortunately, it kind of came into a time when I'm actually about to raid out, so yeah. Yeah, sorry. I was doing I said to do a little stream. I was playing around with this one Doom mod, which I'll show just for the hell of it. I just want to do this, that way I can not have to worry about demos. And yes, I have a shit ton of mods. So yeah, I was playing around with this mod here to, to have like a little bit of that power fantasy, type thing, and I was just, because of how things have been going on this past weekend, I was kind of in the mood to do something, and I decided to stream this, which, which was fun, I had some fun with it. So, yeah. Uh, well, But yeah, we are about to see if we can raid out. I don't know anything about this person. But yeah, I don't know, see about raiding this person because one, they haven't been live for that long. Two, I like being able to, raid and all that. And thank you so much for the follow, Liam. I really appreciate it. Hopefully next time, that I stream, you'll be able to come, you'll be able to be around on time. But I know time frames can be a thing, for some people. But yeah, we are going to end. We're going to raid this person named Pink Wonderland. They're just chatting right now, but I don't know for sure if we're going to actually raid or not. So well, I'm going to say, let's see if we can, and apparently we can. Alright, so I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow, probably for some Dead by Daylight. But until then, as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video or live stream. But until then, take care everybody, and I hope you all have a good week or weekend.